What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So Kiesel, I'm pretty sure everyone already knows that name by now. They've been around for a little bit and they're doing nothing but getting bigger, which is amazing. They have one of the best online guitar builders on the interwebs at the moment, and they are really making some moves this year in 2023. So I figured I would take you guys through Jeff's explanation of what's to come this year and see all the different new features that they have, and I think there's a few new body styles as well. So let's go ahead and jump in. If you guys are enjoying the videos in any way, shape, or form, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, and that will help me out immensely and keep me making these awesome videos. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so we have the video already loaded up here, and it looks like Jeff is holding a Delos, and it looks like it has a Floyd Rose, and I think it's the bridges that they are kind of announcing for the Delos, something new for it being the bridges. So let's go ahead and jump on in. My favorite color combination is black and green, so what a perfect spot to start than with a black and green Delos.
The Delos with the trim, with the Floyd Rose.
Yes, okay, so I was right.
At the end of the year, but it is new for 2023. So this is available on our 24 fret, 6-string Delos models. You can see this one has HSS. We can also do HH or SSS if you.
So he said available on the 6-string models. I assume probably not on the 7-string models, which is kind of a bummer. I'm a huge Floyd Rose person, and I typically play 7-string guitars. But I'm sure it might be something that I can always call into them and say, hey, I play 7-string. I really like Floyd Roses, and I'm sure they would be able to accommodate. But yeah, that's awesome. I have been such a huge Floyd Rose advocate ever since listening to Avenged Sevenfold as a high schooler, and Sinister Gates always had a Floyd Rose on his guitar, and I just kind of adopted that and just stuck with it. It's always worked out amazing for me.
You want on that? I'll show this HH one off. Beautiful model, and a lot of you guys have been asking for the Floyd Rose, so we do listen. You can see this also has a satin black pickguard, new for 2023. So
so the satin
definitely
black
stoked
pickguard.
To add this bridge to the Delos.
With the Delos guitar, I will say I'm usually not much of a pickguard person, but with the Delos, the pickguard looks really, really classy. I am liking that,
as well as the satin black pickguards to any of our pickguard equipped models. Whether it's a regular Delos or an HD. Moving on, I have a Evertune equipped both 6 and 7-string Delos. If you're not familiar with an Evertune, the idea with an Evertune is you can set it up 2 ways. So you can set it up one way where it will stay at that note no matter what you do. You can't bend or do anything. You can also set it up so it's right at that note and it allows you to bend. You have to kind of overbend from what you're used to, but an Evertune is a great feature. So adding this to our 6 and 7-string version of the Delos is awesome. You can see also adding Fishman pickups to our Delos and our HD. So bringing yet more options.
You know, I have never had the chance to really play an Evertune bridge, but anyone that I talk to that has worked on an Evertune or played on an Evertune, they love them. They absolutely love them. So hopefully here soon, someday, I might actually be able to get a guitar with an Evertune just to try out for myself and see what all the hype is all about.
And turn this guy around. Check out the back of that neck. Anybody notice anything different?
A 3-piece.
Yeah, it's a 3-piece. And yeah, it's walnut. But that guy in the middle is roasted maple. So we've added 3-piece necks with roasted centers on either walnut or plain maple. And I have an example of the plain maple I'll show you here in a second. But definitely a very rad look. And why I like it is the feel. They're similar density woods so you have that really good feel. So maybe you've been wanting a neck that's got walnut, but the maple's too bright for you, like too much of a difference color hue. So this will give you a different option.
That is nice, and that'll make it really smooth going up and down the neck too.
These guitars, if you see something in particular you like, you're welcome to call our guys at 858 Guitars. Normally we would have these online and available. Kind of slipped our mind of getting that all ready. That's one thing we typically do at NAMM is we sell the guitars. So these guitars are going to be available for sale. Maybe not every single one, but most of them. So here is a 6-string with HSS, but it's also our brand new solid color. This is our sky blue finish. It's a no-charge finish. So we've added 3 new solid colors for 2023, and this is one of them. This is the first look at one of our new finish options for you guys, and that's a no-charge color.
That's pretty cool, being a no-charge color, because I know when you're on the online guitar builder on Kiesel, it can get a little crazy price-wise. It can just, it can add up pretty quickly. And I will say, that solid color, I'm usually not too much of a solid color person. I usually like to show the wood grain underneath and do like a nice burst of a type. But that blue color it's kind of like a periwinkle blue. It's soft. It's pretty nice looking, actually. Not too bad at all.
Here's our 7-string version. Of course, with the Fishmans. Fishmans have been really popular, so adding it to the Delos made a lot of sense.
Yeah, Fishmans are very popular. Equipping it with an Evertune,
a lot of you guys were asking for this, so it made sense for us to do it. And then there's
burst
that neck.
Looks awesome.
You got maple with the roasted maple center stripe. We are not doing the reverse version, so roasted with a plain maple. We're not offering that. So this is what we're offering for a 3-piece. And the reason for that is we want to make sure the color, we don't have differences of color on each side. So we're offering just the center strip with the roasted. Definitely a great feel, a great look. If you're not familiar with multi-laminate piece necks, it does add some stability to the neck. Our necks do all have dual carbon fiber rods in them, a dual action truss rod. So it's not totally necessary, but if you're touring, you're doing anything going from hot, cold, humid to dry, it does help. So it's definitely
that is extremely important. Absolutely.
And these options that I'm going over are going to be on the builder too. So you can actually go to the builder, put your order in. Let me show the last Delos that we have with an Evertune.
Oh, yeah.
Love the raw tone, love the satin black pickguard.
Yeah, that looks great.
It's got that right amount of mean and classy at the same time.
Is that a roasted fretboard?
And that's what I love about our guitars. You take something like this with the ring inlays, the roasted board, roasted neck.
It is, okay.
And
awesome.
It's not an expensive guitar, but damn, it looks expensive. So we want to make sure we have options for you that are affordable.
That looks super nice.
And if you're wondering what they sound like, well, our very own Justin McKinney recorded some demos. So the Lyra launched last year, and it's an amazing model. We teamed up with Greg Howe, and this is how the Lyra launched. It has a bevel. It has more of a, sharp edge here, so similar to an Aries, but with kind of a classic vibe. But what you guys probably don't know is when I originally did the Lyra, before Greg had actually come down, this is how it looked. So it was rounded.
It's rounded,
It had a drop top, an arm bend if it had a top on it.
I wasn't totally sold on the Lyra when they announced it and when they released it, but with him holding it, it kind of reminds me, it's not exactly the same, but it kind of reminds me of the Balaguer archetype that I just got in a way. It's similar in a certain manner. It's a little bit more round, but seeing him hold it, I kind of dig the Lyra. That's cool. And having that rounded edge, I think I would prefer that rounded edge over the sharper edge, especially when you're kind of leaning over the guitar. I could see that sharp edge being kind of an issue.
And what happened was we stopped at my house first. So Greg flew in on a Sunday, and he stayed with us Sunday night. And I had an Aries hanging in the guest room that he was in, and he played it all night long. So when we got in the morning, Greg was like, I have to have a bevel on my guitar. Even though this is what I had for him. Not this exact one, but this is what I had made. And so we ended up going beveled on everything. And I wanted to launch the Lyra this year, like kind of, not relaunch it, but launch it with the option that I originally intended for the guitar. So Greg's model is still going to come beveled, and this is actually my personal guitar, the pink one. It's going to come beveled just like that. That's how Greg's is going to come. But this is an option. So this is a bevel delete Lyra, giving you more of that, I feel like, classy, but still a retro kind of modern look, kind of at the same time. Yeah, that looks
nice.
So this is a new option for 2023, a fresh take on the Lyra, and you guys can add the rounded body, delete the bevel, and get the arm bend. Let me show you another example.
I'm glad they brought back that rounded body. That is awesome.
Just so classy looking.
Yeah, nice and smooth.
Love the way this looks. You know, the offset body, got a nice, you know, tummy cut in there. Super comfortable contour for your neck heel.
I was going to say, yeah, you definitely see that nice contour in there.
Which makes accessing the 24th fret not a problem at all. This one's loaded with my dad's pickups, Mark singles, a beryllium in the bridge. Definitely a classy looking build. And we do these in 7-string too. So check this out. You guys might have seen Jesse.
Right down my alley.
One of these guitars as a 7. Paint match pickups is another 2023 custom shop option. So you can get your pickups to match your body or a different color. Let's say you're going for a certain theme with your guitar. You can get your pickups different colors. So that's on the builder. We did launch that late in the year last year, but it is, again, a 2023.
That is awesome. You know, I don't know if I would put painted pickups on every guitar, but if it fits that guitar, if it completes that guitar build for you, that's awesome. And that, you know, on this guitar, it looks really nice. It's a nice soft color. It looks great.
New lineup option. All right, here we go. So we have a new pink. You guys saw the sky blue, new solid color.
That's a nice pink. That actually is a really nice pink.
You'll also notice the paint match pickups.
Yeah, it does.
This is one of the builds I put through. Most of these are builds I put through, but I think this just is devastating looking. You might not be into pink, so swap the color out for something else, but I think what a way to add some class to a build. This is obviously raw tone, so you get an idea how the pink looks on raw tone. I don't know if Brandon can zoom up here and show that awesome single bridge pickup polarity 8-string monster out are off. It's just super sick looking. So you got the gloss versus the raw tone, same color, and that's our medium pink. So we have our light pink, the new, we're just calling it pink. I shouldn't even say medium pink, so we're just calling it pink. And then we have our hot pink color. So that is new for this year. We were missing a purple, you know, a solid color purple. So we added this. This was also something you guys probably noticed during our swirl limited edition, the purple from the swirl. And it was also the sky blue from the swirl. A lot of you guys kind of caught on and were like, hey, are you going to offer those colors? Yeah, so here they are. So this is that purple, a no charge color. So you can add this at no additional charge. Same with the sky blue and same with our pink.
Something I've noticed, so those are the 3 colors, the 3 new colors that they have. There's the sky blue, there's the pink, and then there is the purple. They're very soft colors. They're very pleasantly pleasing to the eye. They are really nice versions of those colors. They're not super obnoxious and in your face. They're actually quite pleasing.
Very, very cool looking colors, and happy to add that to our lineup. Something that we've done in the past is, it's an 80s color, so it's a throwback for us. And I'm calling it's really called magenta pearl, but I'm calling it a pink purple pearl. So the code is PPP. To get this, it's a $300 option because it's got, you know, the pearl metallic in it. And there's several stages. This one still kind of peats it up, Scott. Scott was just jamming on this, you know, Scott being a big Jason Becker fan. But I don't know if you're getting that that pearl and how awesome that looks. So it's not pink, it's not purple, and it's not.
You know, it kind of reminds me of like, it's like a metallic finish. You kind of see the little bit of shininess, a little iridescence to it. It's nice, not too bad.
Not really magenta. So I didn't want to call it magenta because I felt like people would get it and go, hey, it's not quite purple and it's not quite pink. So we're calling it pink purple pearl, and an awesome color. And we got the Rad Carvin logo on there. You know, of course, we got Jason Becker here. You know, had a relationship with him for a really long time. So it's amazing to continue that with this model, and we have 2 other models. Got to give a shout out to my grandpa, you know, the man that started this whole thing back in 1946. You know, obviously without him, we wouldn't be standing here, wouldn't be building these awesome guitars for you, without my dad taking it over and really, you know, building it into something amazing. Wouldn't have this opportunity to keep doing this for you guys. So got to give a shout out to my grandfather and my dad for making this all possible. Something you guys have asked for a long time. It's P90s. Kind of cool too, because you know, my grandfather did a lot of these style pickups. My dad was involved in doing some of these pickups, and these are not ours.
Nice,
so it's
single
not
cut
a
guitar
Kiesel
too.
Branded. These are Seymour Duncan Antiquities. You can get them in either cream or black. We're stocking them, so you don't need to send them in yourself anymore. You can get this option on our California single cuts, our California carved top, our SCB, the Leia, and was there something else, Brandon? Am I missing something?
The Solo?
The Solo, thank you. Yeah, the Solo. So basically our single cuts with the exception of the CT6. Maybe we'll add these in the future to other models, or if there's something in particular you want these added to, you can always call my guys. They won't be on the builder to get. They're just on the models I was telling you about, but you could always call in and maybe we can add them to the model you're looking for. And while we're on the hot subject of new pickups, bass players were giving you guys some love, and you can see the fade on this one's beautiful, but we got Fishman's. So we're teamed up with Fishman, and we're bringing you their bass pickups, the modern bass pickups, and they sound really good. I gotta be honest. You know, I'm definitely a passive fan when it comes to guitar pickups. Of course, I like active when it comes to bass because you get a lot more versatility. And the clarity on these, they sound different than our pickups. Our pickups are still amazing. I still love them. But there's a different sound, and I can see why some of the modern bass players like these pickups, because they do have this very sparkly, hi-fi, articulate sound. So the Fishman pickups are being added to pretty much our whole bass line. And you can see the control layout on our headless, and then you have a switch here. And this was like a mid boost.
That's awesome. I will have to let my bassist know about this, actually. Hopefully he's watching this video. But yeah, they're doing Fishman pickups, and that's great for like metal music. Kind of give you that hi-fi, a little bit of that high-end detail, just to kind of get to cut through the mix. That is awesome.
Basically, so pretty cool. And it's their standard controls. These are a 9-volt system. When we first built this, we didn't realize that. We thought they were 18, so someone's got a little special secret stash compartment in this one.
Where you keep your extra battery just in case.
And a beautiful fade on this, that pink to purple fade. This has been added to the custom shop. Typically in the past, when someone would call and they'd want a pink to purple fade like this, or any of our fades, we would charge $400. So this fade now, and the other 4 that I'm going to show you, they're $50. So we're charging the same amount as we do on a Cali Burst. The difference is you do have to get RNC. So we're not matching the body. We're not wrapping it, because that is a tremendous amount of work. So we are requiring you guys to get RNC, which does add another $50. So technically these are $100, but an amazing finish for $100. I mean, you know, you're getting into the stuff that we would charge $400 for.
Those fades look amazing.
Check this Vader out. So the top one is pink to purple. This one is our natural, the blue. And check this out. Look at the back of that neck.
Whoa, okay.
Super sick. I have a feeling someone's going to be calling to grab this one.
That is awesome. You saw how that went all the way up the neck? Oh, that was beautiful.
And yeah, this one's available. A lot of these are available, so feel free to call in, grab one of my guys, and tell them which one you're interested in. They're not going to have all the specs for it, but at least you could get, kind of in line, say, hey, I want this one from the live, from the new model announcement, and my guys will be able to help you out. To also show you these fades, you don't have to get a flame top, a quilt top. You can even get a swamp ash top. I mean, look at how amazing that
looks
is
pretty
with the
nice
raw
as well.
tone. And this is another feature to our summer ash treatment, similar to our antique ash, but our summer ash treatment,
warm.
Giving you more of like a beachy vibe, going great with obviously a color scheme like this, the yellow to red fade.
Heck yeah. And then that royal ebony going up the neck, it completes. That is a nice looking guitar.
And this is added to the builder. So it's another new option for 2023. This is my favorite one out of all the fades. Out of just looking at the fades, this is it. If this was a 6-string, it'd be coming home.
That is clean.
The white gloss body, the blue to teal, the white pickups, mother of pearl capped tuner pegs.
Very nautical looking.
Just everything on this is just amazing. I love this one. It's a really cool looking neck through Aries. Then we have our black fade. Just goes from more of a dark bottom to a lighter, almost like a denim. Beautiful carved top. Just look at that. This one looks sick. I think, going with like a mahogany body. Obviously, the other example has that summer ash treatment, but I think mahogany looks great too. Gold, hard to beat. Just a sick combo. And to think you can get something like this for, a very low custom shop option upgrade. Here's a teal to blue, another example of it. Not to leave you lefties out.
Those fades are cool.
But this one's really sick looking.
I am digging those fades.
Also with that, this one's actually koa. I thought that was mahogany for a second, but that's actually koa. So that's a cool look. Kind of looking at that binding there, seeing the koa, and then seeing that teal.
That koa wood you can see the depth in it. That is really rich looking. That is really cool.
Blue edge, just so sick. All right. This one's hard to beat though. I mean, you look at that natural to blue, look at that quilt. I know people are going to be definitely interested in this one being a 6-string GT headstock. Just a really, really nicely specced out Aries neck through.
There's the purple heart 3-piece neck there.
Another example of the pink to purple. Osiris, black limbo body, 3-piece, Fishman pickups. Of course, you can see just the volume knob down here, no tone. Look at that black limbo. And they got some flame in that neck. It's a really nice roasted neck. The Cali Burst. You guys have seen so many of our California bursts. We decided to offer the reverse of a Cali Burst. And so this is giving you kind of that Arctic look that I do without the Arctic price. So reverse Cali Burst, a $50 option, an amazing option to add to the custom shop. And I have a couple more examples. So that one's obviously purple. I'm really digging this one. This is what a reverse Aqua Burst would look like as a Cali Burst, a reverse Cali. Really sexy looking. Look at that headstock. Just love that. And if you're not vibing with the gray look, the normal Cali will get that gray in the center. This is a reverse, so it's on the outside. Again, giving you more of that Arctic look. You can call in. So this is an option on the builder with the grayed out, but you can call in and get the natural look. So if
nice.
I like natural,
that. That is awesome
vibe,
looking.
We can do this for you, and this has the summer ash treatment. You can see the back of that swamp ash body.
Very, very beachy. That is really nice with that blue.
Roasted neck, just very, kind of
I do like that better than the gray.
There's kind of the difference. For me personally, it's that hands down, but this is also really cool looking. So we wanted to give you two examples, what you can order online and what you can call in and order. I do have more options for you guys that are going to be online. Some of these guitars you've already seen with these options, but you can get color treated boards now. So here's baked on flame.
That's
Black.
really cool.
On flame. Purple. Blue.
So
These
you
are
get
our flame
color-treated
examples.
fretboards?
And
Heck
then we
yeah.
wanted to do 4 of each, so you have 4 flame and then 4 bird's eye. There's aqua, green, red, and pink. So you can get any of these 8 colors either over flame or bird's eye. We're also going to be adding the matching headstock too. I don't know if we got that done, but we'll be adding the ability. So if you wanted, let's say, like a pink, flame board, you'll be able to get a pink flamed headstock that's going to automatically match the board, color treated by myself. I'm not passing these off to anybody else. It's just we're putting them on the builder so you guys can add that option and see what is a color treated board going to do to my build. Is it going to complete it? Is it going to make it look like I'm trying too hard? What's it going to do? We still, of course, have call-in options, which are bursts, fades, other colors. But for the builder, these are the 8 choices. This is something that we should have done a long time ago. You can see the summer ash treatment right here, right next to our roasted swamp ash. So you can see the big difference in color. So if you're wanting something subtle to just kind of give that swamp ash a little more grain depth, but you're not really trying to give it a darker, like kind of change the hue, you can go with the summer ash treatment. Here is roasted ash. So these are both live on the builder. You can add these to your models now. And with our builder, you can see the back of the guitar, so you can see how that's going to actually affect it. Next to it is roasted alder. You can see how dark that is and what that does in the alder, giving it a totally different look. Now with the alder, it's only going to be on neck-through models. So if you're looking at a bolt-on, I don't have alder wide enough so it's single piece. So when you're looking at the alder, it will only be available for neck-throughs with roasting. The swamp ash, when it's roasted, 1 piece, obviously, bolt-on. We can still do 2-piece on neck-through. Here's examples of those necks that you guys saw on the builds already. Maple with roasted maple in the center, walnut with roasted.
I'm liking that walnut with the roasted in the center. That is really cool. I believe the Ballagare that I just got it was a 5-piece neck with roasted maple and walnut. So that's awesome. The dark color in there looks amazing.
Maple in the center. Now the moment you guys have all been waiting for, we have a brand new model for you. So yes, I realize like the Delos already existed and we gave you new bridge options. Yes, the Lyra already existed and we gave you a whole new look. We gave you pickup options. We gave you colored options. But now it's time for a brand new model. So without further ado, I'm going to grab the purple one. I think it's very fitting. I give you the Thanos guitar. So adding to our headless line, and you'll notice this doesn't have a pickguard on it. You guys that know me know I'm not a big fan of pickguards. Having such a small space too, I didn't want to take away from people getting flame tops, quilted tops, poplar tops. So I decided to forego the pickguard on the guitar version because there's not a metal control plate. On a Thanos bass, there's that metal jazz bass style control plate, and you need a pickguard to finish that look. But on this, you don't need a pickguard. I just love the way that looks. This is trans purple. Get rid of the tag on the back of this. Trans purple, it's got antique ash underneath it, and this is our TP with a raw tone.
That body style, it kind of reminds me of the Avenger from Schecter, but it's a little bit smaller. It's a little different, maybe not as long as the Avenger, but that's awesome. That is a great body style right there.
Just a gorgeous look. You can see this one here, super classy looking, traditional sunburst, rosewood fretboard, 10-inch fretboard radius, HSS with a trim, roasted back of the neck, just absolutely
nice and rich
killing for a little headless guitar. So, maybe some people are looking and going, hey, I don't know if headless is for me. This guitar is actually a little bit bigger than our standard headless. It's a little wider, the horn goes out, it's more sizable. So maybe you're a larger person, height-wise, or maybe around or whatever, and you don't want to have a tiny little guitar. This is actually on the bigger side. So I think this is something that's cool, that kind of bridges that gap, gives you something funky that is kind of retro, but also still very modern looking.
That burl top over there,
So these are
though.
available in 6 strings, fixed, with a trim, without a trim, multi-scale with a trim, without a trim. Here's another example.
That they just announced, I think it was the end of last year, is the multi-scale tremolo system, which, coming from someone who is a big tremolo system person, that is really cool to have that option. I love having that option for a multi-scale. I might have to end up getting myself one. That's really cool.
Of that reverse Cali with the summer ash, you know, kind of treatment, that lighter look, not the grayed out. So you get another example. And I love what we did here.
Nice.
You know, blending it back to the white, giving that white raw tone look. And then you got the roasted neck. You know, I feel like this thing is just so sexy. I love the way this looks. And that raw tone just really allows that grain. I don't know if you can get in there, Brandon, and really show that.
You can feel
grain.
the texture
That's what we're
of the
trying to
wood.
accomplish. We're trying to accomplish letting you guys feel the texture of the wood.
There
And
it is,
we call it
yeah.
raw tone. It's got that raw texture, but the tone is so warm, and it just has a totally different sound. So I definitely encourage you guys,
cool.
if you don't have a raw tone build,
I like that one.
really
That
should
one is
have
right
one.
down my alley.
We have the blue one here. That's our
That
sky
blue is nice. That's that new blue.
So you guys just heard this guitar and Scott ripping. You know, these guys are
Nice.
so talented, so amazing.
Check out that
but,
spalted.
you know,
Okay, I liked the blue one. This one's my new favorite.
getting a model
is
like
so
this,
cool.
and this one has the roasted maple
roasted?
with the walnut.
Yeah.
Such a sick look. Mahogany body, still my go-to. You know, I love mahogany bodies. They just sound so warm. You know, these guitars are just rad. And it's cool to, you know, check them out playing them. You got the multi-scale 7, just kind of clean looking.
That one's nice too.
You know,
Yeah,
you
like
can
you
go
said,
mild
clean.
to wild on these builds. I mean, you're seeing solid colors, you know, something that looks really classy, like with a traditional burst. Raw tone, very metal looking, very mean and sinister. And then the last one, the multi-8, of course, in that new purple, right? You got to go purple and gold. It's a Thanos, right? You know, I mean, why not? So just very clean looking.
That's pretty cool.
And looking forward to seeing these out in the wild. We do have the multi-scale Zeus here with the multi-scale trim.
There's the multi-scale tremolo.
Announced that late in the year.
That is so nice. That is so cool.
But I decided when we were doing the swirl run to let you guys that wanted to get multi-scale trims for headless, let you guys get them on those swirls. So this did launch a few weeks ago, but I mean, still such a big deal for us. And these are available in 6, 7, and 8 string on all of our headless models in the configurations that allow either multi-scale or multi-scale 6, 7, and 8. So they just run parallel with that. Unfortunately, they're not available in left-handed. I'm sorry to bum you guys out that have not heard that already. The reason for that, this is our bridge. We have to pay for the tooling, the machining, the design work. And for us to pay that double the fee, basically, to sell an extra 3%, it doesn't pencil out. So they're not available for lefties. These things are staying in tune, so amazing though. Everybody that rolls through and is trying this thing out is just freaking out. I'm going to let Scott jam on this. I think Brandon's going to join the guys.
That is a huge feature to have, is that multi-scale tremolo.
Yam jam.
Kind of like the Strandberg
thanks
guitars.
for hanging out with us. You know, 2023 is going to be a great year. Thanks for keeping us so busy. And if you haven't yet, call my guys and join the family.
Awesome, guys. And, you know, I have Kiesel's website brought up right here. Yep. And you guys can go here now. You can go to their website and kind of take a look. It'll talk about the 2023 releases here. It'll show you the Strandberg, or not the Strandberg, the Thanos guitars. And then it goes over the Lyra with the bevel delete, which is cool. The new bridges on the Delos. That black raw finish guitar is pretty cool with that neck. Oh man, that fretboard. That is pretty cool. Very cool, guys. All right, definitely let me know down in the comments, what are you guys most excited for the Kiesel 2023 releases here. I would have to say it was already announced, but that multi-scale tremolo really takes the cake for me. And also the new Thanos guitar up at the top here. I mean, you see that spalted right here? That is a sick looking guitar. That is really, really cool. And it's always exciting getting a new body style, a new body shape in the guitar. That is really cool. I would say those are probably my two tops, but I want to hear what you guys think. What are you most excited for? Hey, if you guys are enjoying the video so far, please hit that subscribe button. That would be a huge help to me and keep me making these awesome videos for you. Also, check out the Patreon page. All the different demos that I do on the equipment that I get in and do a full review on. All the tabs, all the demo tracks, drum tracks, notation, all that stuff. It is all down there, and I will have all that link down in the description below. Anyways, my name is Chris with High Impact Audio, and I will see you next time.